Good morning now, world. My baby girls are at school, and I'm just going to take this opportunity to head for a quick walk. As far as exercise goes, that has gone out the window now for about a good 2 months or 3. But my body is telling me it's time. My mind is finally beginning to connect with everything. How are you, world? It is now a Thursday. Oh, no wonder. I can see now why I am so anxious. It is now a week out from a judgment. It is now a week now from the 9th anniversary of my relationship. It is now a week since my husband and I have separated officially by law. And I feel like my body is finally connecting with my mind, if that makes sense. I have lived the last month on autopilot, just existing, going through the motions, making it one day to the next, just like that. Actually, the last 2 months would be more accurate to say. And in all of that time, I had to continue to have faith, and continue to put my faith in God, and continue to have my talks with God. And I put it in His hands, and He made the time right. And when I received my date for judgment, it all makes sense. I knew that God had me. I knew that His hand was indeed on me, and I knew that no matter what happened, as long as I continued on with the truth, then it was going to be okay. And I'm telling you, it's only because God knows what He's doing that I'm still here. But in this last week, things have changed. Things have become permanent, and now life is beginning to take a different meaning. Life is beginning to be painted in a different way, and now I'm beginning to realize that the responsibility I bear is the greatest of all time, and I am rising to it. My baby girls need me fully. But beyond my baby girls, I need me fully. I have put myself in a place, in a position to sit back, and I'm saying that I did it. That's my accountability and responsibility, because the facts were before me long before everything else. And I chose, and I'm saying that fully, I chose to remain. And so now you're coming out on the other side, and you're beginning to see things for what they are. And there is a certain amount of anger that's combined with an absolute disconnect from everything. And then in the midst of it, you remember, but hey, you owe it to yourself. You don't owe it to anybody else. And so it's because of myself that I'm here saying hello, world, once again. I started this channel, and when I did, it was to be dedicated to those mommies that didn't find the time to exercise, to go out there to try to make themselves feel a little bit better. I was on that boat. I was extremely overweight and just not able to properly be engaged with my girls. Life is so different now, guys, and I'm telling you, you feel like it changes from one day to the next, but when you begin to see it for what it is, you realize, no, it doesn't. The writing has been on there for a long time. You have been fighting this particular battle for 2 years. For 2 years, you have been fighting for change. You have been fighting for something better, and instead, it gets worse and worse, but you keep going, and then you yourself made one mistake, one teeny tiny mistake, and that unravels everything. And that's all that you have to know about the situation, right? And then you take a deep breath, and then another, and then another, and then another, and you continue to talk to yourself. And some days it feels like you don't know what the fuck you're doing, because in truth, you don't. But you know that somehow you're going to be okay, and it's going to be okay. And I think I'm finally at that point. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared, yes. But I know I'm going to be all right. I know that if I continue to move in my faith, and I don't mean in a religious way, but more in the sense of what my beliefs are, I feel like if to do that and not look like a crazy woman. I just felt like I needed to speak right now, but I'm realizing my window's down and there are people looking at me like, what is this woman doing talking to herself? Anyway, I'm almost at the beach world. I will see you very, very, very soon.